So I I use Fastmail for my email client as my email client, and the reason I use Fastmail is because of my custom domains, right? So the domain names I own, I use Fastmail to host the emails basically. But recently I realized, or I found out that iCloud now has support for custom domains. And you can use your custom domains in your iCloud mail app. So basically, you can do almost everything that Fastmail can do with iCloud now. So I decided to migrate to iCloud from Fastmail. So I have only one problem. Like, I've been able to migrate the email accounts, and I'm able to send and receive email in my iCloud right now from my customer domains, right? But I'm yet to import all my emails from Fastmail, and it's a mess because if I go over to iCloud and I try to import here, there is only an option for Yahoo and Outlook. And after some googling, I found out that you can only import in the mail app. And if you try to import, so for example, if I try to, I say import, and to import, I need to get all these EML or an mbox files. But I downloaded, I exported EML files from Fastmail. So, and if I try this, it's not the best. So let's just um if I click this, yeah. So it imports it, but my problem is this. It's on my Mac, right? And if I try to copy it to my iCloud, it works, but it is slow. And I'm trying to copy over about like around 4,000 emails, and it's like it's copying it like at the speed of like one per minute or so. It's just very slow. So right now I imported this. It's in my email app on my Mac, but I can't view it on my phone because it's not on my iCloud, and it's shit, right? It's shit. So I did some more research, thanks to Gemini, the AI. So it says you can actually like just connect to what's it called? To the IMAP server of iCloud directly. So but you just need to get an app password from your Apple ID dashboard. So if we go over to my Apple ID dashboard, yeah, you can create like an app specific password. So I created one and I was trying to like figure this out. So if it's going to work. So and I found out it actually works. So like and I also saw this good library, IMAP lib in Python. So basically I can log into IMAP, so iCloud's IMAP, and then tell iCloud to add a specific email to my inbox, which is cool, right? So like it's very cool because let me just do it again. I did it. It was very cool. So if I do import, let me increase my fonts. IMAP lib, right? And I also import this. So I can create a new, yep, so I can create a new class, a new IMAP class, and I set the host to, I think for iCloud it's called imap.mail.me.com if I'm correct, and 992, right? Yeah, typo. So I create this client and then I say that's you have to log in, right? So the username, I have the username in my environment variables, and the password obviously. I don't want to leak my password, right? So let me just confirm it's there. Yep, and the password as well. So I can just do login. Yep, so and it logged me in, right? So and yeah, so I'm just using this as my reference. So if I search for log, so and we can also like check all the mailboxes. So if I do m.list, basically all the folders. So now it shows me all the folders I have in my iCloud, right? So I have inbox, drafts, sent, junk. They're all there: inbox, sent, trash, drafts, and junk. So and what I want to demo right now is taking one of these EML files, and instead of going through the whole upload to the Mac app, then I have to copy it over to iCloud. I can just go directly, right? So this particular EML file, I can send it to my iCloud directly from here. So if I do, I first need to select the mailbox I want to use, right? So I'll just select inbox. So if then the function that we use is called is it update, or let me look for this function name for the method basically. I think it's append. Yeah. So we can append to the to our mailbox. So now if I do mailbox to append and I choose inbox, so you can put flags, you can put dates, but this is just demo, right? I don't care about the flags. So if we say none and the dates we say none, so it's just going to use the current date. Um, we need to put in the content of the mail. So and the content of the mail is the EML file, right? So we need to read that file first. Uh, Can okay, my audio is sounding. Just wanted to confirm that. Okay, yep. So you would open the file. So I have this file somewhere here. Yeah, this particular file. If I do this, then I can do append, right? F.read. I need to close the file and reopen it as a binary, because I know some files have like binary data. Though ideally they are meant to like use MIME and like make it base 64 encoded, but let me just play it safe. So I just say f.read here, right? And I do this. Cool. So let me close the file. So if I go over to my inbox, after a while, yeah, I see a new mail, and it's cool, right? So but the only it's cool. It works. It works, and that's what I want. So I just need to write a script and to go through every 1,000 EML files I have, all the whole 2,000 or 4,000 or 5,000 EML files, and send it to the IMAP server of iCloud, so I can have all my emails imported properly the way I want, right? The only issue now is, yeah, setting the date, right? Because this particular email, the date is now wrong because I set the date to none. So if I read this file, you would see that the date is actually, yeah, so the date is 2 days ago. So, but it's a different date here. It shows as now. So I'll need to like also read the EML files and set the date before appending it. So, and for if I just put like a dummy date as well, so if I delete this guy and put a dummy date, I want to see what's going to happen. Um, uh, okay, so I can just take this dude and change the date to, let me change it to 10th of July, right? Yeah. Yep. So, yep. So, okay. So I can just, let me assign the value then. So now let me do the append again. And this time I'll pass in D here. We should see the date difference, right? Date time must be aware. Now I have no idea what that is. Let me check that on Google. Uh, friendly neighbor with Google. Ah, so I just need to put time zone. Mm, okay. Okay, so now the date should be 10th of July in my inbox. So yeah, it tells me there is a new email and it shows here. So but it says it's 10th of July. And the reason why it says no sender message is because I've probably read the file once and it's empty, right? So let me like read the file again. So now I should see it's 10th of July. And it's not refreshed yet. Oh, so it just replaced the old one and changed the date, which is nice. So because I think probably they're using like a SHA hash to know when an email ID exists to prevent duplicates. Cool. So yeah, I changed date, which is what we want. But what if we want to make, because right now, if you noticed, it was on red, right? So if I delete this dude, what if we want to make it? What if we want to make it so that it is red? So, but let me show you again what just happened. Yeah, so it shows up at this date and it shows up as on red, but we don't want like 2000 emails to show us on red, right? So what if we want to make it red? I think there is also flags in this append library. So let me just open the file again and we'll try to append. This is for flags. So I think there is a flag for the iClouds, or it's a Python thing where you can just set the flags to be, yep, for the flags to be red something. I think it's in flags. Yep, so the flag is backwards slash scene. So if we set scene, it should mark it as red by default. Yeah, so now it marked it as red, so it doesn't show as on red, which is cool, right? So now what is just left is for me to write a script that's going to read all these EML files and update it, right? So yeah, so I'll stop recording now and write my scripts and figure out how to pass an EML file, get the right date time, and do the importing, and yeah, probably put the code on GitHub as well. So yeah, I would, when I'm done with this, I would record like a second part and probably merge the videos together. Okay, cheers. Okay, so I came up with this script. So the script is going to go through any folder I pass through it, look for all the EML files and upload them to iCloud Mail, right? Via IMAP. Okay, so it's just simple, just go through all the files, log into IMAP, then for each file, try to pass the email, get the dates, then append it to IMAP, um, and set the date, right? And if you can't find the date, just put the current date, today's date. Yeah, then after all that, it logs out. So basically, very simple script, right? So and I've finally exported like all the mail files from Fastmail. So yep, so I'm going to test it with the spam and the trash folders for now, so we can see it in action. I did a test before, but it wasn't really like like real emails, just dummy emails. Okay, so basically we say the folder is, so I already have all this in my env, my username, my password. So I just need to set the mailbox and the folder. So the mailbox, the folder is the folder I want to pick from. So it's probably exported mails slash spam. Right. And the iCloud mailbox for spam, the mailbox is going to be junk. So then I can say Python 3 main.py, right? So yep, so cool. So now I should see some new emails in my junk folder. Yep, it says downloading 2 messages, and yep, they'll show up in the junk folder. It's good. So now I can also do the same thing for my trash folder. So the deleted messages. Okay, so let's do that as well. Yeah, it's working. It's working the way I want, and I'm happy, right? So if I say trash, I think it's also trash. I name it trash, and it's actually not called trash in iCloud. I think it's called deleted messages, which is funny, right? So probably I don't know why they did that. Maybe it's a technical debt. So yeah, deleted messages, and let's see it's in action. Yeah, so it rejects it. Yeah, so it's probably I should call it trash instead of deleted messages. I don't know where I got the idea of deleted messages from. Let me just add this additional check. So the reason I'm adding these flags, like probably I don't need to add them. Probably I don't need to add them. Because like when I did like this list mailboxes, it showed all this. So maybe I shouldn't add it. Yeah, I wonder what this error is. Let me just fix this error and hope for it to work. No, maybe I'll just do this instead. Okay, so let me try this. Yeah, I think it's just only one flags that we can put. And so let me just comment this then. Yeah, so we can only put one flag. One flag. I didn't know that's restricted to one flag. So yeah, I guess the folder is called trash. So it's adding. Let me see if it's updating over here as well. Um, I don't see it yet. Okay, so the reason for that error was apparently my regex didn't see this. So like my regex was expecting, or my date logic was expecting only a single space here, but there was a lot more than a single space. So I just added this line to remove any to like change any all spaces to always to ensure that all spaces are always one, right? So the only issue I'm facing now is it seems like this trash folder doesn't also like exist because I'm not seeing it in my inbox, but I'm now printing like a status so I can see what it says. Yeah, so it says the mailbox does not exist. So but if I use deleted messages, what does it say? So it says it can't pass deleted messages. And I know deleted messages is the name of the folder, but select can't pass it. Probably because of the space. Um, Let me try to do it manually, right? Yup. Okay. So if I do the list, yeah, so it says there is deleted messages. This is what I need. But for some reason it can't pick deleted messages. It can't pass it. Oh, I need to put do I need to put it in quotes? You know what? Um let me just try let me try wrapping it in quotes. Probably that would do. Um, okay. Yeah, so I just needed to wrap it in quotes for it to work. So if I go to my mail and try to see if it's going to show up, yeah, so it's increasing. My trash folder is increasing, so which means it's working, right? So nice. So yeah, just wanted to share it with you. Like it felt so cool when I found out I could like do this. I always thought like the whole iCloud email ecosystem is going to be locked in, but what this means basically is you can use any email client with your iCloud if you want. You can use Thunderbird, you can use Sparkmail, whatever email client you want. You can even use Gmail for your to host your iCloud. So which is nice, right? Very, very nice. All right. Cheers. Bye.